Now, friends, for God's sake, do something for us. We've asked the board to do something and they said that they would, but they do not do it. At all. So we want the people to know how we are treated. This is death by slow starvation. And we are kicked and cuffed for trying to get our rights. For God's sakes, let the court do something for us.
There once was a time in American history where being poor was considered a crime. The Greene County Poorhouse of Waynesburg, Pennsylvania, was one of many relief facilities guilty of treating their residents as no more than criminals. The 6,000 residents were even referred to as inmates. Though it was not the overcrowded bedrooms, uneven hole-filled floors, poor ventilation, or lack of running water that made poorhouse life unbearable.
Things are kept decently clean about the house. We have nothing to complain of that.
Rather, it was the cruelty and inhumanity of the poorhouse steward, William B. Cage.
He drew a hatchet on Billy Maxwell, ordered him to shut up or he'd split his head open.
Mr. Cage would throw luxurious parties for the poorhouse staff, leaving only the scraps and leftovers for the residents to eat for the day. He would even chain individuals to the basement walls, letting them starve as a result of minor violations.
Mr. Cage struck a crippled man with a stone because he couldn't work fast enough and do the work exacted of him.
He would beat their bodies until they had turned black and blue, or until one of them had lain at death's door. The inmates were only given water to drink once a day, and bathing was never an option. Pennsylvania state inspection reports even referred to the poorhouse as a prison on multiple occasions.
This is expected to be an institution of charity. They think that we get what the law allows us, but there is no law here, but the steward's law.
It was not until the inmates' testimonies were made public and the removal of Mr. Cage that the Greene County Poorhouse served its initial faithful purpose, to provide a form of work and basic necessities for the impoverished. The early 1900s brought about new stewards, greater living conditions, and even a separate kitchen and bakehouse specifically built for only inmate use. Letters from inmates who had transferred out of the facility were found begging to
return to the treatment of the Greene County Poor Farm.
While many fell victim to Mr. Cage's brutality, they were the individuals who unknowingly initiated a period of peace and awareness, and forever changed the lives of the impoverished who followed them.